Ugly mother...
Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Max.
And this is Movie Nostalgia, where we give you an honest review of the movies we've meddled with so mischievously over at Maybe Movies. And this time, we're talking about Predator, the 1987 John McTiernan film starring, of course, ever-favourite Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, a very young Shane Black before he started directing, Jesse Ventura of WWF or WWE fame, Bill Duke, Rich Chavez, Sonny Landham, Elpidia Carrillo, and Kevin Peter Hall as the eponymous Predator.
What a film. Yes.
What a film.
So first off, John McTiernan directing his second movie.
His second? What was his first?
Apparently it was a film, I've never heard of it. It was made the year before with Pierce Brosnan called Nomads.
Nope, don't know that one.
By the look of it, I think if it's not obviously a vampire film, it is some kind of weird monster movie.
Oh.
That's
interesting. I really don't remember that.
No.
We'll have to find that one up and have a look at it, folks.
So this is the best of the 80s. One of my friends who studied film at the UEA, one of his lecturers did an entire lecture just on Predator.
This is peak 1980s action. It's at the point where things had gotten a little bit ludicrous, but in a fun way, but hadn't yet descended into complete farce where they did towards the end of the 80s.
Absolutely, yeah.
This is like the apex of
just
Arnie, of Stallone. It's that perfect period when everything was overstoked and overbaked and a little bit steroid driven, but wasn't completely unbelievable. That period didn't last long.
No, just that little sweet spot there where it worked, where all of the testosterone worked.
Yes, indeed.
For me, this is a nice and easy one. You know, a few times I've said, my mum and dad used to go away and my brother and I would go down to the video shop, order pizza and get a couple of films.
Yeah.
Whenever I say that, the one that always comes in my mind is this, because we did an Arnie double bill. I'm thinking it would have been...
Commando?
Well, it would have been summer 1990.
Oh, right. 1990. All right. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Commando.
You're a funny guy, Sally. That's why I'm going to kill you last.
Or it might have been Red Heat.
I do not want to touch his ass.
I was going to say Red Heat was late 80s.
It was 88.
88, yeah, that's what I mean.
So it was one of those two, but I'm pretty sure it was this and Commando.
Oh, well, that's the perfect combo. Because, Commando / First Blood Part 2 were the beginning of the ridiculous action hero phase.
Yeah.
This is that middle point, the peak, when it was, like I say, still somewhat realistic, but very much over the top nonetheless, but not completely unbelievable.
But it was very much, we sat there, we ordered pizza, stuffed our faces, or watching the film, and then at the end of it, it was just like, what the hell did we just watch? It's just all of the awesome.
It is all of the awesome. It really is. I mean, just so many apex actors, action hero actors, being their most actiony action hero-ness ever. There are little poses, there are moments in the film where you go, I know someone took a photograph then. I know someone took a photograph then. Why? Because it's going to be on the poster.
One of those rare films where you can point out the DVD cover.
Yes.
In the film.
Yeah, literally, when we were just watching, I went, here comes the cover, and there.
But yes, what about yourself? When did you...
I saw it significantly earlier. So I saw it when... I didn't see it at the cinema. I saw it when it came out on video. So it would have been... I think it was late 87. I don't think it was 88. But I saw it on video as soon as it came out. It was one of those well-anticipated movies. As soon as it appeared in the video store, like, yoik, ours. We're having it for the weekend. And yes, it is all of the stuff.
I think it's my turn, isn't it?
Your turn?
To give a brief synopsis.
Oh, I think it is your turn to give a brief synopsis. I like your synopsis.
Sorry. It's all right. So for anybody who doesn't already know, Predator is the story of Dutch and his team, who are a team of rescue mercenaries working for the US government, who are drafted in ostensibly to recover a kidnapped minister for a friendly country, and means they have to drop into an unnamed country, although the country does have a name because it appears in something else.
I heard that story.
I'll come back to that, but put a pin in that. We'll come back to that in a second.
Yeah.
So they get dropped in with an old Vietnam buddy of Arnie's character, Dutch, played by Carl Weathers, who comes along with them, who's now working for the CIA. And things are not quite what they were told. And on top of that, yes, there is something nasty in the jungle waiting for them.
Indeed. Waiting and watching. Waiting and watching. Yes, so, oh God, how are we talking? No,
I'm trying to think, there is, it's called, that's it, the name of the country is Valverde.
Yes.
And I think they mention it in Commando. I think that's
right. I knew there was some connection to a shared universe there, yeah.
I'm pretty sure where he goes to at the climax of Commando
is Valverde.
I think,
Yeah. That does make sense.
I did find out from, again, having a quick look at like some of the special features and stuff. I knew, obviously, Jesse Ventura was a wrestler, but apparently he was also a Navy SEAL.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I did not know that. No. Oh, wow, that's interesting.
In the thing
so he wasn't quite faking it.
No. No. But no, there's a little thing that he's talking in the interview, and he said he loved going to wardrobe because they had they're taking everybody's measurements, and he was like, yeah, my biceps are 2 inches wider than Arnie's. And then a bit later on, they go and speak to Arnie and go, yeah, he would be stoked about that because I told Costume to tell him that. And then after they'd finished filming, they were down the gym. They said, oh, yeah, this thing about your arms, we should measure them. Let's bet a bottle of champagne on it, knowing that he was going to win.
That's incredible.
But yes, apparently all of the actors said that John McTiernan, he's very much an actor's director.
Yes, well, you could see they were acting, but they were also performing, and they were allowed to embody their characters to their satisfaction. You could see that very clearly.
Absolutely.
You know, that's why the group has such a great chemistry in the early scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They were allowed to explore that part of their characters and decide who they were.
Yes, I think they did have to do like a few days or like a week or so of
boot camp.
Yeah,
of
just
course,
to kind of bond together.
Yeah.
Apparently Shane Black, though, is only in this film because they got the script, they got it down there, and they'd originally asked Shane Black to do a rewrite on it.
All right.
And he said, no, I'm not interested. So they just said to him, well, come down to Mexico. Hell, we'll put you in the film. In the hope that when they got him down there,
he would actually
do some rewrites.
Oh, right. Did he?
I don't think so, no. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, I'm not bothered by that because the movie turned out great.
It did.
It did indeed turn out great.
The Thomas brothers who wrote this was their first script.
Oh, great job.
And they were so nervous about being rejected, they went round to producer Alan Levy's house and slipped it under his door. And just
so they didn't have to admit to them,
yeah,
like over the postal service, we actually sent you something.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and obviously he read it, loved it, spoke to John Davis, he loved it, they brought in Joel Silver.
It's a great idea.
It just snowballed from there.
It is a great idea. I mean, in terms of movies that I love for their specific milieu, I mean, it's right up there with Dog Soldiers.
Yes.
You know, it's a military team, an experienced team, people who know what they're doing and have the equipment to do it.
Come on, you beauty!
Yes.
Dealing with something beyond their capacity.
That's what's so nice about it. It's not one of those films that you sit there and watch and go, what the hell are you doing that for?
No,
are you stupid?
No, nobody's being stupid. Nobody's being stupid. A bit freaked out, yes. But stupid, no. No, not at all.
It just works on so many levels. Again, as we were saying at the start as well, all rounded off by that brilliant score by Alan Silvestri as well.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's just
amazing. It keeps the pace up, it keeps the energy up, and keeps you wanting to see something new.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, and it did pay off. It was about 15 million to make and took 98 million worldwide.
Yep, that's
that's
a return on your investment right there.
Yes, and obviously spawned a plethora of sequels
and crossovers
of varying degrees of success.
Varying quality, yes. Widely varying quality.
I mean, I'd say so. This one, Predator 2, again, it took me a while. I wasn't sold on it when I first heard about it, but then when I saw it, I had to watch it a couple of times. I was like, no.
I would personally say that it is not as good as the first one, but it is a great sequel.
Yes, absolutely. Again, as we were saying earlier about Predators, that does work as well. It does.
I don't know why it gets as much hate as it does. You know, it's well within the milieu of this setting.
Mm-hmm.
Well within it.
I know. Again, we were saying as well that it's just a shame that. Well, again, I've not seen The Predator, but I've not heard great things about it.
I haven't seen it either, so I can't comment.
The fact that was Shane Black was a bit of a surprise. That he.
Well, I was surprised that it had such a negative reception, because somebody who was associated with the original film, you'd think they'd have a bit more reverence for it.
Yes.
But there was quite a bit of outrage about how he treated the property. Although we are on a tangent.
We are a little bit on a tangent. Yes.
We are a bit on a tangent there. The original film, however, is not the picture of perfection, but is a perfect picture of its time, of the action milieu, the science fiction milieu. It's really fun.
It is.
It's worth your time, not just once, but 3 or 4 at least.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the Blu-ray transfer holds up really well as well.
Yep.
It does look pretty good. It looked really good. All of the effects are fine. And again, just what they did with it at that time, especially just with the creature effects with the Predator itself, with Kevin Peter Hall. And apparently most of the time he was in that suit most of the time.
Which, considering they were filming in Mexico, must have been horrific.
It just gave me
horrific.
Vision. It just made me think of...
they must have been pumping ice cubes into his suit between shots or something.
They could lift off the face mask,
so
that his head was exposed so he could breathe properly.
Well, that's something, but still, with your whole body trapped in Mexican heat.
Well, even without that, it just gave me visions of Ted Raimi in Evil Dead 2.
Once in my fruit cellar!
Oh, in the Henrietta scene.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, and again, we were very lucky, I suppose, to have Kevin Peter Hall for this and the sequel, because he did die very young. He was only 36.
Was he really?
Yeah. AIDS-related pneumonia, apparently.
Oh, really? You know, I genuinely thought it was complications due to his large size.
That's what I always thought. Yeah, no, that's what I was reading about it the other day.
Such a shame. But this is some of his best work.
Yes.
For those of you who might care about these sorts of things, he really inhabits the character.
Definitely. And again, he is the model for everybody else who's got into the Predator suit afterwards.
Indeed,
So, not surprisingly, for me, all of these, and we're going to have some little fingers in there as well, as an extra special one.
Yeah, I could throw those fingers in too. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Like I said, worth your time at least 3 or 4 times.
Yes, absolutely. And again, it was a pleasure to do on the show. It was one that was always in the back of my mind. And then pairing this with Zulu.
Oh, it worked so well.
It really did. Now, did you pack your toothbrush, by the way?
Why?
Because we're going on a journey.
Where?
To infinity and beyond!
Awesome!
We'll see you next time.
As always, guys, TTFN.
Fucking voodoo magic, man.